Konnichiwa. Domo arigato gozaimasu. For those of you who don't know, that's Japanese for hello and thank you very much for tuning into this MRE review. So what I got here today is a very rare Japanese MRE Type 1 Menu 9. Now, these things are pretty dang rare. I've only seen a few on YouTube reviewed. This is the new and improved JSDF Type 1. So, before I crack this thing open, let's talk about it just a little bit. Imperial Japanese rations were the field rations issued by Imperial Japan in World War II, and which reflected the culture of the Japanese military. Rations had to be stout, durable, simple, sturdy, and had to survive without refrigeration for long periods of time. Typically, each ration was served in the field in tin boxes and cooked near the battlefield. The mess tin was known as hangu. The rations issued by the Imperial Japanese government usually consisted of rice with barley, meat or fish, vegetables, pickled vegetables, umeboshi, shoyu sauce, miso or bean paste, and green tea. A typical field ration would have 1.5 cups of rice with barley. The reason why rice was issued was a deficiency such as beriberi. Often soldiers would forage the fresh fruit to provide vitamins. Typically, a 1/4 cup of canned tuna or sausages and or squid would be cooked from either captured locations or hunting in the nearby area. Preserved foods from Japan typically were issued sparingly. Other foods issued 1.25 cups of canned cabbage, coconut, sweet potato, burdock, lotus root, taro, bean sprouts, peaches, mandarin oranges, lychee, or beans. 3 teaspoons of pickled radishes, typically daikon, pickled cucumber, umeboshi, scallions, and ginger added flavor to the rations. Sometimes less than 1 ounce of dried seaweed was issued for making sushi in the field, or beer and sake was used to boost morale for the soldiers. So, just a little history on these. Well, let's crack this thing open, see what we got inside. Pretty tough to see the writing. This wrapper is really dark. So, without further ado, I'm really excited to crack this thing open, guys. It's got a really nice tab there to rip it open. Nice and vacuum sealed. Let's see what we got inside. Now, this particular menu is the Type 1 Menu 9. And this is soybean and chicken. So I imagine that's probably a rice ration. That's got to be our soybean. And this is also a rice ration right here. So these got to be our 2 rices. Here's our main course. Give you a little spoon. And they give you 1 little tray. Pretty simple ration, guys. This thing doesn't pack a lot of calories, but it's a single man ration. So we're going to set this aside. Now, unfortunately, these Japanese rations do not come with an FRH. They're actually extremely rare and very hard to find. But when you do find them, the FRH bag is as big as this. And it's really long. It's like that much longer, and it's got a huge flameless ration heater inside where you can take all your meal, everything, your rice, everything, and heat it up all together. So that's what we got. This is it. This is the new and improved Type 1 Menu 9. Let's get this out onto a tray. Alright, everything's out on the tray. It's all heated up. I boiled it in the kitchen in some hot water, all of it at once. And unfortunately, this Type 1 ration, it's an individual meal. It doesn't come with anything to drink, no side dishes or anything. So I made myself a little Japanese tea. For those of you wondering how I know so much about the Japanese culture, I'm very attuned to it. I have a Japanese daughter. I was around the Japanese culture for quite some years, so I was really excited to get this MRE. So this MRE cost $129, guys. This is a rare pick here. You cannot get these out of Japan. They're super hard to get. So I'm very excited. Let's crack it open. Everything's super hot. I'm hoping that this rice is really super sticky Japanese rice. Got my chopsticks out. Crack this first one open. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and sticky rice. Just what I was wanting. So sticky it's not even going to come out of the pouch. Most rice in Japan is really super sticky rice. If it's not sticky rice, then it's usually not Japanese rice. You know, I've learned that. I've been to some pretty authentic Japanese restaurants where the rice is so sticky that, you know, they actually in the restaurants don't want you using, you know, their spoons. They want you to use chopsticks. They want you to use authenticated stuff. So very sticky, very, very sticky. So before I even bother putting that main course on there, which is soybean and chicken, I just really want to get a taste for this rice all by itself, guys. See if I can get that to zoom in. Come on, you picky little sucker. There, nice and sticky. Yep. That is definitely authentic Japanese rice. You can always tell it's got like a kind of like a tarty little taste to it. Very, very good. Well, let's get that main course out here. Let's get that onto the rice. Wow, what a smell. The minute I crack this open, I can smell the soybeans. So overpowering. Oh, hey, look at that. So not only does it have... Wow, that smell is amazing. I love Japanese food, guys. I really do. I don't get into sushi too much, but... So what I'm seeing in here right off the bat, I'm seeing chicken. I'm seeing seaweed, carrots. I'm not too sure what that is right there, but we're gonna find out. And while I'm here, I want to get this other rice out too. This is not supposed to be regular rice. It's supposed to be seaweed rice, and it is perfect. So once again, this is still the Japanese sticky rice, but it's got seaweed in it. A little bit different texture, a dash less sticky. This is pretty much considered your side dish. And once again, it's just so sticky I can't even get it out of the wrapper. Very sticky stuff, guys. You know, in the field they ate this stuff cold. They didn't have time to light fires. You know, obviously in the war, they didn't have time to have fires. They didn't want us to get spotted by us or anything else. So a lot of this stuff is in fact eaten cold, which I'd have a huge problem with. But so not a big fan of eating cold rice. Let's get a look at that rice. Definitely going to have a whole different taste. Wow. Completely different taste than the standard rice over here on this side. Well, let's try to get a good portion. And I'm going to use a spoon for this first bite, just trying to get everything on there except for a carrot. And I dropped a bean. Not a very big spoon, but I do want to get a good bite and see what this tastes like. Very good. It's got like a sweet It's got like a sweet soybean savory smell, savory taste. Get a little bite with a carrot and the chicken on there. Looks really good. And that chicken's very good. That's definitely not chicken breast. That's chicken right off the bone for sure. Totally different taste. Got some seaweed in here. The soybean in here is just phenomenal. Want to try to get a little taste for what these little things are in here. Not too sure. I see a little bit of, I believe that's yeah, that's seaweed. Let's get a taste for this. I want to know what this is right here. I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of a fruit or a vegetable. Not really sure. But once again, very, very good. This camera's really ridiculous right now. Very good. Like I said, this Japanese tea did not come with the meal. I made this myself. Get a little taste for it at least. Love Japanese tea, guys. This rice is phenomenal. And I always eat my Japanese food with a chopstick. I love that. I usually make a lot of tempura and a lot of panko type meals, Japanese, so like I said, guys, this is a really rare MRE, and I got it from MREmountain.com. Thanks a lot for, you know, pulling strings, Casey, to get me this. It was not an easy score. He just happened to get some in, and I got my hands on one. So I'm pretty happy about that. Very, very good. Just amazing. You know, the Japanese lived off rice with maggots in it for days during the war, you know, and that's what they lived off of. Most of those guys hid in bunkers and in caves with barely any clothes on, and lived off the maggoty rice. So, you know, when they did get their hands on a JSDF ration like this, they were pretty fortunate. So, well, guys, that's about all I got for you today. I really appreciate you sticking through this review. You know, once again, thanks a lot to MREmountain.com for hooking me up with this. And I'm going to sit back and enjoy the rest of this, man, let me tell you. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. God bless, and go wild.